friends, fans, haters, hello and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, what's up? My name is Erica. I feel like it has been absolute ages since we've done a nice sit down video, and definitely been a little bit longer than I would have thought between doing a favorites video. So we are back with a fall favorites. If you are new here, give it a thumbs up, subscribe as well. I tend to do a lot about food, fitness, some vlogs, favorites when it comes time, kind of seasons and things like that. But we're gonna go through my favorite things that I've been loving as we transition into the fall, and a little bit as we transition to those colder times in winter as well. Figured, today it hit 43 degrees. The other day it was like 80. So figured it's well and truly fall, so let's go into the fall favorites. Now, kicking things off, we probably almost always start with some beauty products. Now, I will say I haven't really been getting too many new beauty things. I feel like all my skincare has remained the same within my brands, but this is definitely something I've talked about that I would love to mention again, which is a blush by Tower 28, specifically this color, which is called Power Hour. I just love that it's super dark and pretty pigmented. I'm actually wearing it today, and it's nice because it's got a bit of a browniness to it, but you can definitely layer it to get more of that kind of deeper color that you see here. I put this on hours ago, and the fact that it's still got a nice pigment to it, really nice, super cute. They have tons of colors, but this is definitely one of my go-to colors within the fall because it is that kind of darker, deeper tone. But I know especially within the summer, they have some really bright peachy colors that are lovely, but this, for the colder months, I just find that it gives your skin like a nice Now, when it comes to hair care, though, I don't know if my hair is the best day to show you that I've been loving this new product, but these are day 2 curls, and the fact that they're day 2 curls still have a bit of definition to them, still see the nice coil, though yeah, they're a little flat on top. This product by Aussie, I assume just Aussie, I've been loving it. I also have recently started using one. I recently switched to use their conditioner, and I loved using that so much that I decided let me try one of their curly products. This is a leave-in detangling milk. I find that it definitely gives my curls that longer look compared to the kinky coil, but I definitely appreciate it, and especially that my hair's been growing. I keep forgetting how long my hair is, but when I use this, I realized I was like, my hair has gotten long, and though you might not believe it's super long, look at that. It just keeps going. Now, moving on to some kind of fitness-y based supplements. I have not been home very much, and I've definitely been using a lot of the same things. I've been loving my protein powder from You Can Beam, the vanilla soft serve one, as well as their greens. But one thing I love is Alani's Witch's Brew pre-workout. Now, this is something that comes out every year around this time of year, and I've always gotten the energy drinks. I've never gotten the pre-workout, and the pre-workout, it might be better. I don't know. I love the bubbles of the energy drink, but the pre-workout powder, it's so good. It's got a bit of tartness to it, but it's kind of got that caramel flavor too, so it's almost like think of a candy covered Granny Smith apple, so it's a little bit tart, a little bit sweet, and I love it. Also, when you put it in a shaker bottle and actually shake it compared to dry scooping it, it comes out like a bright purple, and that just is exciting. It's very spooky. This is something that I wouldn't call it a fave, but I definitely think it's a good honorable mention. I got this protein peanut butter from Vitamin Shop a few weeks ago. This is called Nuts and More, and I got the cookie butter flavor. I do just find that for it being a specific protein based product, it should have more protein in it. For 2 tablespoons, it has 9 grams of protein, which is, yes, higher than the average, and it is still less in sugar, but I just feel like I would want to see at least 10, 12, 15 grams if I could. Well, the calories are lower than that of a normal peanut butter. So in terms of the macros, it is definitely a little bit better for you than a standard store brand peanut butter, but I do just wish it was a little bit higher in protein. Now, I am someone who absolutely adores candles. I just love that it completely can change the atmosphere of a room with having that nice cozy scent. Now, fall candles and winter scents are my favorite. The florals are nice. I definitely prefer that kind of cozy, baked goods type of atmosphere. So first is Butternut Pumpkin, specifically by this brand Red Leaf. I got this, or Red Leaf Home. I got this from Marshall's, bougie on a budget. Marshall's has some really good candles that, this is meant to be like a $15 candle that you got for $7 instead. Cinnamon, Apple, and Oats. This one just smells like the coziest morning in a cabin, because you've got that cinnamon, you've got that apple, so you've got a little bit of sweet, but then you have that oat as well. It just smells like a breakfast cookie in the best way possible. Is Harvest Wreath. I usually don't go for ones that just smell like sand or a storm rain. So ones like this usually aren't the type of thing I go for. Usually, again, I go for one that tells me exactly what it's supposed to smell like. But this candle, look at that. I burned it until there was nothing left to burn. So Harvest Wreath, this one is by Sand and Fog. And oh, I didn't mention this one was from DW Home. Again, these are all from Marshalls. Now, these are not scented. And I am not a fancy candelabra gal. I saw these at Target. They were $3 and I was like, okay. But they're unscented, which is nice. So it doesn't change the smell compared to all the other candles I showed, but it changes like the ambiance. Something about having just like a naked candle up and flickering. If you do not have a candelabra, like I do not, I used a beer bottle. I used a beer bottle, put one of these inside of it, and just put a little plate underneath it. Really cool vibe. And again, it just made the whole atmosphere really cozy. Now, in all my favorite videos, I swear I always mention shoes, but this time we have 4 pairs of shoes to talk about. So we're gonna start with Uggs. Now, I've had these Uggs for a few years. I got them for Christmas, and I find that this kind of shorter style Ugg, either if it's the short boot or a slip-on, they're just a little bit more popular compared to those taller Uggs I feel like I grew up with. I don't see as many people talking about the this style of an Ugg. I don't know the name of it. I'll put the name in the description or somewhere on the screen. But this kind of like what I call a sneaker style and lace up little booty, I just don't see them often, and I swear that they're just as cute, if not in my opinion a little bit cuter, than the like micro mini boot that everyone has been getting. Something you guys have also seen before are these Adidas Supernova Cushion 7s. Charlie got these for my birthday over the summer, and I was a little iffy on them at first. I liked them, and I knew there's something I would have never picked out. I have gone to wear these so many more times than I ever would have thought. I think especially because the colors, they're nice and like neutral with those, you know, tans with the dark brown, but then you've got that pop of color with the green, so it still looks nice when you're wearing a colorful outfit. But then obviously fall are so many more neutrals. I know Honor Active has done a gajillion different neutrals recently, and so I just find that I've been wearing them so often. They're so comfortable. I swear there is no sort of like break-in period for these, and yeah, I just think they're a good one, especially if like if you're kind of into that dad running sneaker type of vibe. These are definitely an underdog. Now, if you're new here, you may or may not know that I do work with both Honor Active as well as Ryderwear. So to go through all of the incredible like gym things that they've been coming out with would be impossible, but I am going to go through some of my absolute key faves. Now, from Ryderwear specifically, we have some teeny tiny bras. This one I haven't even worn yet, but I was like, I put it on and I was like, I have to talk about it. I'm obsessed. Twisty front, very strappy backless back, and I surprisingly find it like actually supportive. I was able to wear it in the gym. Would I wear it on a super heavy, like high intensity day? Absolutely not. But would I wear it on like a nice little upper body day when I don't have to be bending over too much? Yes. The naked and body crop, I think this actually would be okay for like a medium intensity day because it goes across. So it's not super tiny and twisty. It actually goes all the way across. And I find that the back is very tight on it. And again, I put this on and I instantly knew I wanted to talk about it. And I think what's nice is that with the fall, things like this with like sweatpants and like high socks with some chunky sneakers also recently come out with a new naked V scrunch. I was really iffy when my manager sent it to me, and I'm so happy. I would never purchase this for myself. This is the back. So the back dips and has a massive scrunch. The pictures, I mean, this is not doing it any justice, but the pictures on this, incredible. The material again is stunning. Not too much branding, some branding on the lower leg, and I think something on the hip. But that V scrunch, I would have never picked it for myself. And the leggings, I love. The shorts, way too short. The leggings, Honor Active just had their 3rd birthday, and when I tell you that they are killing the game, not only in their activewear, but also in their loungewear, and they're definitely getting into some more lifestyle things, like, you know, basic socks, accessories, gym bags, hats, but their loungewear, there's nothing like it. I genuinely think every single day I'm wearing something of Honor Active, probably one of their sweats. Right now, wearing their sweatpants from the birthday collection. They were one of the first to do the, what's the word, Erica? Cargo sweatpants, and now even brands like Gymshark and these bigger brands are coming out with cargo sweatpants. I'm not saying that Honor did it first. Not only was their birthday collection absolutely insane, the colors and whatnot were great, but right after the birthday, they came out with lightweight, joggers and sweats and like covers and whatnot. Now the cargos from Honor Active are my, I think honestly, absolute favorite sweatpant that I own right now, but them coming out with it in a lightweight, when I say lightweight, I say you can see the difference. It's not crazy fuzzy on the inside. It's a little bit more terry cloth, still very soft, still comfortable and baggy. I'll post some pictures here because again, I can't emphasize how much I'm obsessed with these. And they're the perfect thing to be layering. So for example, if you want to still be wearing shorts in the gym, because it's not too crazy cold yet, but you need to probably like layer up to get from inside the car and whatnot, they're perfect. They're so good. Another piece that's an absolute must-have from Honor Active is the timeless zip jacket. Now I have a bunch of the crop jackets. I only recently got the long full length one. I don't know which I like better. The full length I like because it's full length. It has zipped pockets where the crop one does not. I don't know if I find one more flattering on me than the other, but the material is stunning. It definitely makes you feel like a MILF. I feel like when I put this on, I'm like that hot mom watching my kids soccer practice type of thing. So highly recommend. And again, for that layering piece for these more transition months until you have to start really layering up in the heavy sweats, so good. Moving on into real life clothes, not just gym clothes and things, I am absolutely obsessed with Lucy and Yak. You guys know that if you've been around at some of these favorite videos before, but I can't stop wearing this light wash jean. I got these treated myself, I think, around my birthday for them for my vacation in Italy, and I've definitely gone to wear this pant more within the summer into fall than I've worn my darker wash. I find that especially this with like say this type of color, this like oatmeal beige color that's so much more popular in the fall, it just pairs really well. And they're the perfect thing where like they're perfectly baggy but they really flatter your waist at the same time, have room for your hips if you're hippier like I am. And then I do usually cuff them, but you can give them all the way down where they kind of just taper to that kind of bootleg style. But I just can't talk about these jeans enough. They're almost the only jeans I wear. Now you might have seen these things before if you follow me on TikTok or if you've just been watching a little bit more on my Instagram stories and things like that, but I've been really into like book merch recently. I think it's because I've been so much more into reading the last few months and I just want to show the things I love. And so I've been really into like subtle book merch. So I got this from Etsy. This is the Cereal Tea Company. This is based off of the ACOTAR series from a character called the Cereal who always just kind of comes and like dishes out some big tea and everyone's like, wait, what the heck? So it's fun, it's cute, it's nice and simple. You wouldn't even necessarily know it was something book related. You would just think maybe it was like a tea company. Another one that I love is from Fourth Wing. Now this one I'm obsessed with. This is maybe my favorite read of the entire year. So if you're into fantasy, but not crazy into fantasy, like it's a good intro fantasy type of book. Fourth Wing is absolutely great. And the second book comes out so soon, I can't wait. But it's about like a war college and there's dragons and things like that. But I love that the t-shirt just kind of looks almost like an album cover. Like at first, Charlie, my boyfriend, thought that that was an eagle. It's a dragon. And I feel like a lot of them are like so in your face about like, it's a dragon war college situation. This is just so much more subtle and I appreciate the subtlety of my nerdiness, you know? Now, I've definitely worn this far too much already throughout the fall, probably nearly once a week. But I've got this thing from Target. Now, it's basically a suit and it does have a skirt option, a pant option, a jacket, and I did get all three pieces. But I think the most talked about piece is definitely the jacket. Now, I do have the sleeves cuffed, so it's not necessarily a cuffed sleeve, but every time I wear this, I get so many compliments. I think this is like one of the perfect jackets for fall because not only, yes, can you dress it up, wear the full kind of like suit. I'll post a picture here because when I wore the full suit for a work event, ooh, I felt like a queen, like an absolute boss babe. But I've also worn this with jeans and like looks more casual with jeans and like sneakers. So I think it's one that you can really dress up or dress down. And obviously the colors are really nice. It's a nice checkered pattern as well, and I got it in my normal size, so I got in just a size large, and I think it's nice and square and boxy enough. I know some people who've gotten it size up, but I think for me this is still boxy enough, long enough where it fits, and it's already slightly designed to be slightly oversized.